2021 commencement of St. Louis University's Madrid campus. My name is Jaime Ortiz. I'm the Assistant Dean at the SLU Madrid campus. I ask you to stand for the invocation led by the Reverend James O'Leary, the Society of Jesus, our campus chaplain, which will be followed by the national anthems of the United States of America and Spain.
Let us unite our hearts in prayer and entrust to the hands of the Lord those who are graduating. May God, who began this good work in you, carry it through to completion, enabling you to use your talents to the fullest. May God give you the grace to make wise choices and be faithful to your commitment, always confident in the support of those who love you. May God bless you with discomfort of easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that you will live deep within your heart. May God bless you with anger and injustice, oppression, and exploitation of people, so that you will work for justice, equality, and peace. May God bless you with tears to shed for those who suffer from pain, rejection, starvation, and war, so that you will reach out your hand to comfort them and transform their pain into joy. May God bless you with foolishness to think that you can make a difference in this world, so that you will do the things which others tell you cannot be done. May your integrity be a gift to the world, and may the Spirit of God be with you always. Amen.
We open this afternoon ceremony with a greeting from the Chief Academic Officer of St. Louis University, its Provost, Dr. Michael Ruiz.
Welcome, fellow Pelicans, graduates, parents, faculty, staff. My name is Mike Lewis, Provost of St. Louis University. It was good to be with you all just a few weeks ago. I wish I could be there with you today, celebrating the graduation of our December graduates. I hope everyone has a wonderful time today, honoring the accomplishments of the graduating students. Let me start by making a few comments about COVID. We've now been dealing with it for close to 2 years. To our faculty and staff, you have done so much to learn how to deliver a world-class educational experience online, and then in a hybrid manner, and then partially online and partially in person, and now in a socially distanced manner. This took the faculty rethinking their curricula and their pedagogies. This took IT and facilities staff thinking about our infrastructure and buildings, making sure we had everything in place to provide a SLU education. This took academic advisors, student financial advisors, rethinking the support students need to succeed. It took all of us thinking about how we needed to change and quickly to ensure SLU education remained the world-class experience we all know. Thank you to all the faculty and staff for all you have done during COVID to make this day possible for our students. And to the parents, you trusted us with your children during a pandemic. There were times when travel wasn't easy or even possible. Times over the past 2 years when your building was in lockdown. You trusted us, and we took that trust very seriously. We thank you for it. And of course, to the students, you are graduating having experienced approximately half of your college education during the global pandemic. Think of what that has taught you. You have learned resilience. You've learned how to cope with incredible stress. You've learned how to operate in an instance in a dramatically different environment. In February and March of 2020, you went from learning in a normal, in-class, in-person manner to learning completely online. You learned how to adapt quickly to fast-changing situations. All of this learning was in addition to what you learned in your program of study. Your accomplishments are impressive. Let me wrap up without saying anything about COVID. So first, to the faculty and staff, thank you for guiding today's graduates to this point. You graded their papers, their exams, their labs. You advised them on courses, on careers. You listened to their dreams, to their aspirations. You helped form our graduates over 4 years in the Jesuit educational tradition to be women and men for and with others, forward with those on society's margins. Again, thank you. And to the graduates, you are entering a world in great need of what you have to offer. As I have noted, we are a Catholic Jesuit university. Regardless of the discipline you study, you learn to be moral, to see God in all things, in all people, to protect the world we have inherited, to have compassion for those on society's margins. If you haven't read, or if you aren't familiar with the universal apostolic preferences of the Jesuits, they're basically what I just said. Please go look at them. And after looking at them, please think about your future in terms of vocation. My favorite definition of vocation is by the theologian Frederick Buechner. He calls it the place where your deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meet. You are all incredibly privileged. You have a degree and the knowledge that comes with it from a world-class institution. With this great privilege comes great responsibility. You have chosen your area of disciplinary interest, and so you are already well along the path to determining what drives you, what gives you purpose, where your deep gladness resides. Please think about and take seriously how you will apply this knowledge, your gifts, to meet the world's needs, to meet the world's deep hunger. Thank you, faculty and staff. Congratulations, parents. And most of all, congratulations, graduates.
It is now with pleasure that I introduce Dr. Paul Vira, Vice President, Director, and Academic Dean of St. Louis University's Madrid campus.
Congratulations, everyone. It's great to be here. What an exciting day. People travel from all over the world, and we're thrilled that you can join us. Thank you, Jaime. Degree candidates, I welcome you and your families and guests, as well as our associate deans, department chairs, program directors, and members of the Madrid campus faculty and staff. On stage with me, in addition to Father O'Leary and Jaime, are our campus's academic leaders, Dr. Francisco Garcia Serrano, Chair of Humanities, Dr. Taya Gasmi, Associate Dean of Sciences and Engineering, Dr. David Howden, Chair of Business and Economics,
and Dr. Laura Tedesco, Associate Dean of Humanities and Social Sciences. We all are honored to celebrate this momentous occasion with you graduates. First, a deep, deep thanks to our staff. Our administrative, our support staff have supported your education throughout your time in Madrid. They've also devoted hours of their time to make this event a special one. Staff, wherever you are, and I know you're scattered in booths and back on campus and all over the place, if you are here, please stand up so we have an opportunity to express our appreciation for your work. All support staff, please. Thank you for all you do. We're pleased to be joined today by members of our distinguished faculty of the Madrid campus. Many are watching the live stream version of the ceremony. Others are physically here today. These faculty represent the schools and colleges of St. Louis University, the College of Arts and Science, the Richard A. Chaffetz School of Business, the Doisy College of Health Sciences, the Trudy Bush Valentine School of Nursing, the School for Public Health and Social Justice, the School for Professional Studies, and Parks College of Engineering, Aviation, and Technology. It will be changing soon. You're part of a broad university community, as are your professors. And these professors have seen you through years of classes, papers, labs, final exams, even today for some of you. It's most fitting that they're here today to celebrate this success that you've achieved. The formative partnership between faculty and students, this partnership lies at the heart of the academic enterprise. All faculty are, by turns, transmitters of knowledge, purveyors of culture, initiators of professional training, mentors, role models, research colleagues, and in some cases, lifelong friends of our students. Our faculty are deeply committed to learning, both their students' learning and their own. They're also committed to the intellectual and personal development of our students. Our faculty play a key role in helping SLU graduates develop both educationally and as whole persons, capable of making a difference in the world. Faculty, you are critical to St. Louis University's prominent role in American education. I ask all faculty in attendance to stand and receive the thanks of those assembled here today. Faculty, please stand. I know you all will be remembered by the students. Thank you. I now ask the degree candidates, that's you in the front here, to rise and take a look to the side. Take a look at your family and friends who have come. Please stand. Seated before you and around you are your parents, your friends, your families, people instrumental to your formation, including our staff and our faculty. I offer you graduates the opportunity to applaud those who supported you, to give thanks and recognize the support they gave you and the help they gave you throughout your education. For you to applaud your guests. Okay, have a seat. Today's ceremony is filled with many different voices. We've heard from the provost, we'll hear from faculty, you now have heard from me. But at the heart, the Madrid campus, as well as this day, is about our students. Thus, it is appropriate that the students have a prominent voice in our ceremony. So it's with pleasure that I present two degree candidates who've been recommended by our faculty to address us today. Two students. Our first is Lila Martin Saad from Madrid, Spain. Lila is majoring in communication with a minor in modern languages and communication. Lila, would you mind coming up?
Thank you very much. Have you ever had a dream so vivid that you wake up in the middle of the night and you wonder whether that was real or not? This is what I'm feeling right now. I'm here in front of you all, and I still can't believe this is it. I cannot believe that I'm done with my last finals, projects and presentations, and that we are finally graduating. I can't begin to imagine a class without Rosvita's laughs, because she's always smiling, and that's somehow magical. Besides, it really saddens me how Rosana Vivar can't be here tonight, but I want to thank her for her constant enthusiasm and dynamism alongside her dedication. She inspired me. Perhaps one of the hardest things is to say goodbye to Brian Goss and Daniel Chornick because of what they have taught me throughout these marvelous years. I can proudly say that every staff member of the SLU community has always been not only outstanding professors, but also close and supportive people. I'm not gonna lie, this is a bittersweet feeling. I enjoyed college to the fullest, and I'm going to miss even the hard parts, like projects and exams. Well, the last part was not true, but I'm gonna miss it. I'm from Spain, and I chose not only SLU, but SLU Madrid for its interculturality and diversity. I had the chance to meet wonderful people, classmates, professors, that have shared with me so many things that I'll carry with me forever. What we've experienced these years, let me tell you, wow. But here we are, graduating. Can you believe it? We should be proud of being here today. We should be glad to have our families here. After all, they paid for our tuitions and made this possible. Thank you, Mom and Dad. But most of all, we should be proud of ourselves because this is the first day of the rest of our lives. Let's prepare for new experiences, both personally and academically, because if there's something about SLU, it's how it merged different cultures to ensure our growth. SLU has demonstrated in multiple occasions the rock-solid commitment to the community, outside the institution itself too. I always enjoy their organized activities such as wine tasting, or the collection of food and presents for people at the verge of social exclusion before Christmas. My advice for us that are graduating and for the rest of the world is that we do not conquer life in one single day. We do it day by day, victory by victory. Even if they're small, they still count. And guess what? Failing is not the end of the world. It is only a learning experience. So be proud every day and do not let anyone tell you otherwise, because life is hard, guys, and we're here to enjoy it. So let's start by being grateful to ourselves and to everything life gives us. Because at the end of the day, it is a privilege to say that I am a part of the SLU community and that a part of SLU will always remain with all of us. Last but not least, I want to thank me, as Snoop Dogg once said. I want to thank me for believing in me, and you should all do the same. Because if there's something that everybody sitting in this room shares and believes in is, first, the power of gratitude, and second, the trust, confidence, and wonderful experiences that SLU Madrid has enabled us to live and enjoy. We did it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lila. It's with equal pleasure that I invite Inigo Gonzalez to the podium. Inigo is also from Madrid, Spain, and he is double majoring in international business and economics, achieving the honors of magna cum laude. Inigo.
Buenas tardes a todos, queridos profesores, miembros de la universidad, familiares, invitados, compañeros. Es un honor para mí poder estar dando este discurso hoy aquí con vosotros. Lo primero de todo, me gustaría dedicárselo a mi abuela aquí presente. Hola, Pepi. Que todavía me acuerdo cuando con 10 años estaba estudiando en verano y me estaba ayudando ahí con una tarea que se me estaba complicando. Y me dijo, tú tranquilo, que este es el último verano que tienes que estudiar en tu vida. Y bueno, pues aquí estoy, después con los años de bachillerato, la ESO, la universidad y empezando un máster. Así que bueno, me consoló en su momento, pero parece que fue ayer, compañeros, cuando dábamos nuestra primera clase con Dave de Biz Foundations, cuando hacíamos nuestros primeros trabajos en grupo, cuando parecía que nadie iba a superar OPM con Marta Moreno, que hoy creo que no puede estar aquí con nosotros. Ah, ahí está, Marta. Y aquí estamos, 4 años después, preparados para el mundo de ahí fuera, para la vida real, para mejorarlo, gracias a nuestros profesores, que han sido nuestros mentores. Cuando me gradué del colegio me dijeron que ahora me esperaba el mundo real. Y es que aunque algunos de nosotros ya hayamos trabajado o incluso estemos trabajando, es ahora cuando nos enfrentamos a la vida misma, al mundo de ahí fuera. Porque hasta ahora, al final del día, éramos estudiantes, universitarios, pero estudiantes. Sin embargo, seguimos siendo un trabajo a medio hacer. Nos quedan muchas caídas, muchos aprendizajes por delante. Y es que cuando nos volvamos a ver, si Dios quiere, dentro de unos años, en nuestro querido rooftop, viendo el atardecer de nuestra amada ciudad, qué buenos recuerdos tengo de ese lugar. En Madrid seremos personas muy distintas, pero siempre con los valores que nos han caracterizado, con los valores que la universidad y nuestro profesorado nos han ido inculcando año tras año, poco a poco. Y es esto lo que más aprecio. Creo que hablo en nombre de todos mis compañeros al decir gracias SLU Madrid. Gracias a ti estamos preparados para afrontar la vida, pues nos habéis educado para ello, no para aprobar exámenes. Y es por ello que nunca me cansaré de dar las gracias a St. Louis University Madrid Campus y a todos sus integrantes. Para terminar, me gustaría dar las gracias por esas maravillosas relaciones que este sistema educativo me ha permitido entablar gracias a su inmensa diversidad cultural. Y me gustaría dar las gracias, por supuesto, a mis compañeros por todos estos magníficos años que se quedarán en mi memoria. Y por último, me gustaría pediros que nos deseéis suerte y que si alguna vez sois nuestros jefes, pues que nos subáis el sueldo, que ya podemos decir que tenemos una carrera universitaria. Muchas gracias a todos. Gracias, SLU.
Gracias, Inigo. Thank you. Before each mid-year ceremony, as academic dean, I invite the graduating students to nominate 2 faculty members to address them as a class. The first to address the class is Dr. Gonzalo Moreno Morata. Dr. Moreno holds 3 degrees, a licenciatura in communication from Madrid's Complutense University, an MBA from the Instituto de Empresa, and a doctorate in marketing, also from the Complutense. He specializes in brands and branding, retail, customer experience, customer relationship management, and customer loyalty. Dr. Moreno joined the Madrid faculty in 2013, garnering accolades for his teaching and recognition for his published research in academic journals and scholarly collections. Dr. Moreno.
Thank you, Vivita. I'll keep it short. It looks longer than it is. So thank you, Dean. Thank you, students, for choosing me. It is an honor beyond just being here today. Enough of you actually didn't have enough of me after taking up to 4 courses during your 4 years in St. Louis University. The truth is, I know for a fact that you just voted me for the lamp. Yeah? So let's go, dear Dean, dear colleagues, all the faculty and staff, dear graduates, family and friends. This is the third time I am addressing a class in such a momentous time, commencement. And you might think that this becomes a habit, but trust me, it doesn't. Because each time I had my students in mind while writing the words to address them, and that makes every occasion unique, thinking of mirrors they can see themselves reflected in. They, not all of them, just they. So my first time I talked about how making mistakes and failing recurrently is the path to real success. I guess back then I was speaking about my own personal experience because I'm an expert in making mistakes and failing. The next time I focused on finding benchmarks and references in life. And that one was somewhat dedicated to my dear sister, whom still today is to me, and probably to most of you, the best professor in the world. When thinking about this new generation of graduates, my key word for today is courage. And please let me explain why. In the summer of 2019, a few months before the world went crazy, I enjoyed one of my favorite summer readings of the last years, Jean Duang's iGen. The author of Generation Me, a 2006 book about millennials, wrote another bestseller in 2017, this time about kids born between 1998 and 2012. Most of you have probably heard of them as Gen Z. I read somewhere that Duang writes about those younger than herself with an air of pragmatic even-heartedness and an undercurrent of moral alarm. Probably because she is 50, which I will soon be. I cannot help but feeling a little bit alarmed as well. Don't get me wrong, it is not because, according to her, nowadays super connected kids are less rebellious, I'm citing textually, less happy, and what's worse, completely unprepared for adulthood. I don't buy that. I don't. Buying that would be like buying Socrates' statement 400 years before Christ, that younger generations had bad manners, contempt for authority, show disrespect for elders, or that children are now tyrants who contradict their parents and tyrannize their teachers. And you just try that. Accusing the younger generations of selfishness is what elder generations do. It seems to be our job. But I don't really believe that a significant difference exists between generations regarding that. Where there seems to be a difference between this new generation, the iGens, and their predecessors is the apparent lack of bravery. And I looked for, wonderful synonyms for it, dauntlessness, fortitude, courage. Because without courage, we'd have no America, we'd have no trips to the moon or scuba diving. Without courage, nobody would ever get married or have children. Because it takes a lot of courage to make decisions every single day. Courage means not asking your professor if your presentation looks good before you present. Just take the plunge and present. Personally, when talking about courage, I must think of my personal acrophobia. This is, I'm scared of heights. So in my favorite beach, those who know me know that there's nothing better, there's nothing that I love more in the world than the beach. So in my favorite beach, I have my favorite rocks. These rocks are 3 meters above water, 5 meters, and 12 meters above the water level. And every summer, I force myself to jump. Usually, I cannot make it from the 12 meters rock the first day. And usually, I never do it more than once in the summer. But after several jumps from the 5 meters rock, I finally feel ready to go for my most terrifying challenge. So this is more to say, enough 5 meters rocks for you guys. It's time to climb to the 12 meters. Because courage is not the absence of fear, but the resistance to it. There cannot be courage without fear. So embrace your fears. Get up there and make the world yours.
Dr. Moreno. The second faculty to address us will be, the second faculty address will be delivered by Dr. Roswitha Zalmer. Dr. Zalmer also holds multiple degrees, une maîtrise and licence in English from the University of Nice, as well as a master's and a doctorate in French literature from Washington University in St. Louis. She joined our faculty in 2007, teaching across a range of subjects, including English literature, English and French language, and women and gender studies. A specialist in Francophone and post-colonial literature, she has published her research and scholarship internationally. It's with pleasure that I welcome Dr. Zalmer to the podium.
Dear students, dear parents, dear colleagues, differently from Gonzalo, I have never done this before. So when I was first asked to give a commencement address, I was terrified. Then I thought about the students who might have asked me to give this speech, and I decided to just try my best not to be boring or condescending. Even though I turned 50 last summer, yes, I'm this old, I actually do remember quite well what it's like to be a student in an international setting. And if you're graduating now, as has been mentioned many times, you did survive a global pandemic just now while finishing your college education. Many of you while living in a foreign country, amid uncertain circumstances, changing public health crises, possibly facing financial or personal difficulties far from family or other safety networks. I can also understand your situation because I have 2 grown daughters living adventurously in New York. Can you live in New York in any other way? One of whom will be graduating from Pratt Institute in the spring. My undergraduate studies were also adventurous and international. I studied English and French, as you heard, at the public university in Nice on the Côte d'Azur. This sounds glamorous, but it was completely chaotic and couldn't have been more different than my rural Austrian upbringing. I remember diving through smoke-infested hallways, barely able to breathe because of my asthma, sitting on the steps of amphitheaters, taking notes while deciphering a professor's Marseillais accent, filtering through his lowercase English, and surviving a very challenging personal situation on negligible funds. But despite the messy and crowded situation, the university, and particularly some English professors, became my refuge. But my dream to become a college professor seemed completely unrealistic and out of reach. Later, while living in St. Louis, there were many times when I almost gave up, struggling with daycare availability for my daughter, not finding a graduate program that would accept my French master's credentials, despite my lack of transcripts. It almost seemed a miracle when I met a Washington University French professor who wanted me in the graduate program and actually made it happen. Now living in my 4th country and in the situation where I feel I have to share some of my life's experiences, I feel that passion for learning is my #1. Even now, every day I practice Japanese and Arabic, my 5th and 6th languages respectively. I remember how passionate I felt about learning Spanish when I first arrived here 14 years ago. My mother made it through the hardest time of her life by following her passion, studying for years, after having worked as a village elementary school teacher most of her life, to become a trauma therapist in Vienna in her 60s. My father, who is now 80, raises sheep to keep himself busy, but will also sit many nights drawing the solar system to exact measure on numerous taped together sheets of paper. As you can see, learning isn't just sitting in a classroom. For me, it means following a passion, like training karate and making it to a 3rd Dan black belt after starting as one of the least coordinated 36-year-olds, and not understanding a single word my Japanese master was shouting at me. It's also practicing your instrument, just enjoying the process without a particular goal in mind. For me, a passion for learning is what keeps people alive in the dreariest circumstances. It's what pushes us beyond our limits more than the desire for success, and what lends us resilience when we thought we were done. There's a nice saying in French, which is, il faut reculer pour mieux sauter, meaning that sometimes you need to take a step or two back so you can jump better. There are times when you need to rest and pat yourself on the shoulder, and you can all do that now as you prepare for what comes next in your life. In your lifelong learning process, I would also urge you to never stop listening to other people and to sometimes become patient teachers for others. My experience has also shown me that individual people make all the difference, and I'm certain that in 20 or 30 years, you would, when you think back, you'll be able to identify people who changed your life. But many times nowadays, we don't even want to speak with people we disagree with. We find it triggering, and it often is, and tiring to argue with people who don't share our beliefs or perspectives. But if you give up on speaking with other people, you truly give up on the possibility of the magic that can happen when you suddenly get someone else's perspectives, or you get someone else to see things from your perspective. This is why your journey of lifelong learning, you should also allow others to learn from you, or at least not deny them that possibility. That being said, I wish you all an amazing journey of learning and discovery, finding that thing or those things that will keep you going and make you move across all obstacles in its pursuit. Wishing you a safe journey, un bon voyage, un buen viaje, eine gute Reise, rechla saeda, kiot skete ite kite. Thank you.
We now come to the high point of today's program, the conferring of degrees. There is a two-part procedure in this conferral ceremony. First, our academic leaders will present the degree candidates as a group, and each candidate will step forward to be recognized individually. Second, the president of St. Louis University, Dr. Fred Pestello, will offer you a video special message and confer the degrees. So, first, may I ask Dr. Laura Tedesco, Associate Dean of Humanities and Social Sciences, to step forward?
Okay, thank you very much. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please rise? Dean Vita, on behalf of the faculty of the St. Louis University College of Arts and Science, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree for which they have been recommended. Please step forward to be recognized as your name is called. Allegra Colasuano, Communication. Dixon, Psychology, magna cum laude. Iñaki Espantaleón Delgado, History. Nicolás Garbacho, International Studies. Gracia Robarosa, Psychology. International Relations and Spanish. Elias Lombardi Moreno, Political Science, International Relations. Leila Martín Saad, Communication. Isabel Pérez, Political Science, International Relations. And Isabela Torrealba, Communications.
May I now please ask Dr. David Howden, Chair of Business and Economics, to step forward.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science please rise? Dean Vida, it is my pleasure on behalf of the faculty of the Richard A. Chaffetz School of Business to present these candidates for the degrees for which they have been recommended. Please walk to the stage as your name is called. Natalie Erickson, Economics, magna cum laude. Inigo Gonzalez, International Business and Economics, magna cum laude. Laura Gracia Romagosa, International Business, cum laude. Jessica Henn, Economics. Alejandro Fuentes Gomez, International Business. Jorge Uribari, International Business and Economics.
All right, this is it. This concludes this evening's ceremony. So for the safety and security of... Oh yeah. That was too fast. We need to listen to the president. So now, we will listen to the president's special video dedicated to the students and the conferral of the degrees.
Greetings from St. Louis. I want to congratulate you on this momentous occasion, the completion of your St. Louis University degree. Commencement ceremonies are important milestones for our institution and for you. You have pushed through tough work assignments, assignments that challenged and stretched you. You have navigated the personal dynamics of group projects. You have worked through long nights, wrapping up papers and preparing for tests. You met all these academic pursuits amidst a global pandemic. And here you are. You made it. You graduates and your families should be very proud. Commencement ceremonies also mark the achievement of our superb Madrid faculty. Your teachers. One measure of their success as instructors, scholars, researchers, and mentors is you. Those who are about to become a member of our engaged alumni body. The Madrid faculty have held you to high academic standards, ensuring that you gain a deep understanding of the subjects they taught, as well as a richer understanding of yourself as a person and member of this incredible community. So I extend my congratulations to our faculty based in Madrid. I also extend my heartfelt congratulations to the Madrid campus staff. They too share in your success due to the support they provided to you throughout your studies and experiences in Spain. Graduating students, as of today, your degrees are St. Louis University degrees. As you become an alumni of our university, you now join a network that is 135,000 people strong. People who reside in 154 countries around the world. Your formation at our Madrid campus has prepared you to make a profound difference in today's global society. As graduates of one of the most internationally diverse institutions in the world, SLU Madrid, you are exceptionally well positioned to tackle global challenges and ignite positive change. St. Ignatius, the founder of the Jesuits, would often end his letters to his fellow Jesuits with 6 simple words. Go set the world on fire. I echo this message and direct it to you graduates in Madrid. Go set the world on fire. Finally, and formally, I now ask all of the candidates for degrees who are able to please stand up. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of St. Louis University, I hereby confer upon those whose names have been presented and who have demonstrated the completion of all requirements, the degrees for which they have been nominated. And I further declare them sons and daughters of St. Louis University forever. Congratulations and Godspeed.
Thank you and congratulations everyone. Muchas gracias. Gracias y felicidades a todos.